People who will not be using dishwashers this week, when we first think of Schoolies, romance, true love and marriage are not usually the first words that spring to mind.
But for one couple, that's exactly what the notorious week of partying means. This isn't usually the place of fairy tale endings, but for Steve and Christy Davey, the Surfers Paradise Strip is where their love story begins.
We walked to our room. We were met by a rowdy bunch of guys who were excited to see a group of girls turning up.
The problem was they lived 730 kilometres apart in an age before cheap domestic flights and Skype, and when long-distance calls were expensive.
It was a long-distance by phone relationship, but I also made up for that by sending her love letters, the old handwritten style love letters and little love poems, and I also used to record love songs on tape and send them up to her in the post.
Soon Christy moved in with Steve's parents, and their Schoolies week romance turned into the promise of a lifetime together.
I actually asked her dad for permission by phone. I just called him up just before I'd proposed and said, look, I'm just going to propose, just wanted to ask you permission. And he said no. And I said, it doesn't matter, I'm doing it anyway.
Their lives have now come full circle. The couple, together with their 3 boys, have moved back to where it all began 16 years ago.
I'd always had a soft spot for the Gold Coast because that's where I met the love of my life.
Oh, and the Schoolies sweethearts join us now live from the Gold Coast. Steve and Christy, good morning to you.
Hi, Sam.
Guys.
So when people ask you at dinner parties how you met and you say at Schoolies, how do they respond?
I guess most people that know us, Sam, realise our story, but for those that don't know us, their instant reaction is, oh, what, Schoolies? And as they get to know us, of course, they say, wow, knowing how our story has turned out.
Steve, when you first laid eyes on Christy, were you sober? And what did you notice about her?
I was actually sober at the time. It was about this time in the morning, so I hadn't had a chance to have a drink by that stage. But I knew that I was going to have some fun as soon as I laid eyes on her. I was sitting on the veranda of the apartment block, and I saw her and her friends come around the corner, and I locked my eyes on her, and I thought, ooh, this could be a fun week.
And then the fun week has turned, and you better tell us, the fun week has now turned into a fun lifetime?
Oh, exactly. I couldn't have asked for anything more in life, Sam.
Oh.
Christy, what do you remember of Steve on that first day? Did you have any interest in him whatsoever?
I did, actually. It was interesting that he locked eyes on me, Koshy, because when I walked around the corner with my group of girlfriends, the first out of the 5 guys sitting there, Steve was the first one I saw, and I was quite taken back by his smile. And I'm very fortunate to see that in my children today. You two
are just so cute. And you've got 3, we just saw 3 gorgeous little boys. If they come to you in about 15 years' time and say, we're going to Schoolies, what will you say to them?
I think we'd be hypocrites if we said no. They're a product of Schoolies themselves.
Well, now you'll be surviving Schoolies every year at this time of year too. That'll be terrific.
Aww.
Yeah. Well,
they bring a lot of laugh to the place.
Yeah, that's one thing
great.
they do.
Yeah.
All right. Well done, guys. It's a very cute story. There you go. Mums and dads at home when Johnny or Jenny comes home tonight or tomorrow. They could have met the love of their life.
Well, their drunken pash could turn into a marriage.
Exactly
You'll be pleased
right.
to know.